Live from the Waldorf Culture Center in Waldorf, Maryland, this is the Boxing Along the Beltway Post-Fight Wrap-Up Show. The Boxing Along the Beltway Post-Fight Wrap-Up Show is brought to you by Real-Time Pain Relief, from boxers to ballerinas. For shoulder pain and muscle strain, everything between, Boxing Along the Beltway recommends Real-Time Pain Relief, the natural, plant-based, safe, fast, and effective ointment. You go to freepainoffer.com, buy $10 worth of Real-Time Pain Relief, you get a free $10 tube of Real-Time Pain Relief. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. And by DeborahSpears.com. She has great weight loss tips and great jewelry at Deborah, D-E-B-R-A Spears.com. Hi again, everyone. Gary Digital Williams here ringside at the Cynation Sports Card at the Waldorf Culture Center in Waldorf, Maryland. Nice location for boxing. And a decent crowd on hand. Not a great crowd, but a decent crowd on hand for this one. But they did see an outstanding card of professional boxing, as we had 5 bouts on the card tonight, and the majority of them were highly competitive, no question about that. So let's start looking at this card, recapping. In our main event, Filip Stankovic, the super middleweight out of Arlington, Virginia, by way of Nice, Serbia. He won a 3rd round technical knockout over Patrick Pierre of New Orleans, Louisiana. And Stankovic really stepped up his game as we got close and close to the end. First round, he felt out Pierre. Second and third round, he really stepped up his game and really started putting some good offensive moves together, great shots. And then finally, he knocked Pierre down in the 3rd round. A couple of right hands and a couple of good right hands, knocked him down twice. And the 3rd one, he after those 2 knockdowns, Stankovic swarmed over Pierre, and referee Bill Clancy stopped the bout. The TKO came at 158 of the 3rd round. Filip Stankovic now 5-1, 2 KOs now. 5-1, 2 KOs. Patrick Pierre falling to 3-8 with 1 KO. We had a very decent surprise in our co-feature tonight, as Eric Manriquez, and he is out of Houston, Texas. He won a 6-round majority decision win over previously undefeated Oscar Moreno of Brooklyn, New York, by way of Mexico City. And in that bout, it was interesting that Manriquez really set the pace in the bout, and Moreno really had to fight on his heels throughout the contest, especially in the second half of the round. Manriquez started to really up his game and really do a great job in pressuring Moreno. Moreno was fighting backwards pretty much the bulk of the second half of the fight. And Manriquez went on to win the bout. Vicky Wysocki, the judge, scored about 57-57. He was overruled by Bill Clancy, who scored at 58-56, and Don Rich, who had it 59-55 for Manriquez, who is now 7-6-1 with 4 wins by knockout. Oscar Moreno loses for the first time. He's now 7-1 with 6 knockouts. Stand by just for a quick second. I was the ring announcer tonight, and of course I had to wear a tie. Now I don't have to wear a tie, and so I'm trying to take it off. I should have done it before we started, but it doesn't matter. I went in and did it. All right, let's go back to our contest, our recap, and another really solid, I think, bout of the year candidate here. A 6-round contest between Gregg Lizzie Clark of Washington, D.C., and Aaron Casper out of Augusta, Georgia, by way of Baltimore, Maryland. And it was Clark who won the bout, 6-round unanimous decision, despite being knocked down in the 2nd round of the contest by a solid right hand by Aaron Casper. However, Clark, to his credit, fought a very gutsy second half of the bout. He really stayed in there. I think he might have been hurt by that body shot that knocked him down, but he fought very gamely in the contest and went on to the victory. All 3 judges, Brent Bovell, Bill Clancy, and Don Risher, scored about 58-55. But I tell you, I really did think Casper won the bout. However, Clark needs to be credited because he fought a very, very game fight, especially in the second half of the bout. He really fought well, came back strong, pressured Casper, and got the win on the scorecard. So Gregg Lizzie Clark, he is now with 500. He is 4-3 with 1 draw, 1 win by knockout. Aaron Casper now 5-3 with 4 wins by knockout. Also on the card tonight, in our female bout in the super lightweight division, Michaela Road-Nogue, that's how you pronounce her name, Michaela Road-Nogue, member of the United States Coast Guard. She won a 4-round unanimous decision over the debuting Dacia Champ Queen Raglan of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Good bout from Nogue, no question about it. She really pressured Raglan, had him hurt a couple times, but not enough to get the knockdown. But she had Raglan under control throughout the bout. She really fought well and bounced back from her first pro loss to Baltimore's Destiny Day Owens. Bill Clancy and Don Mitchell scored about 40-36. Brent Bovell had it 39-37. All for Nogue, who is now 1-1, and that Dacia Raglan falls in her pro debut. In the opening contest tonight, a really solid pro debut for Nathaniel ASAP Davis out of Lusby, Maryland. He scored a 3rd-round TKO over. That was a second round TKO over Alex Rivera, textbook Rivera, out of Brooklyn, New York. A really solid performance for Nate Davis. He hit Rivera with a solid right hand and knocked Rivera down once, and then came back with a beautiful left hook that dropped Davis for the count. And referee Bill Clancy could not allow Rivera to go any further. The knockout came at 30 seconds in the second round. So Nathaniel Davis wins in his pro debut. Rivera loses in his pro debut. So that is the card for today. And good card by Cynation Sports. Really, really solid card. Crowd who was here tonight, I think, enjoyed that card. No question about that. So now we get a little bit of a break for the next couple weeks. We don't have anything going on June 8th or June 15th. So we get a break here in the Beltway. And, of course, we talked about some of the cards that are coming up and bouts are coming up in June on our last Boxing on Beltway news and notes. So you can read that and listen to that as we go on. I have the schedule on the blog as well as we've talked about it on the podcast. So don't forget, we do have, once again, June 22nd, June 22nd at Rose Golf Raceway, the Shabazz Brothers card. That's followed by the card on June 29th. That'll take place at the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland, the GQ Promotions card. So that's what's coming up in the very near future. So that'll do it here for a very short podcast here tonight. Juan Marshall unable to be with me tonight, and he's going, as I talked about on my podcast, my News and Notes podcast, he's taking some time off and getting himself back together. And he's going to come back very shortly. But for now, that'll do it here from the Waldorf Culture Center. Don't forget, Boxing on Beltway post-fight wrap-up show brought to you by Real-Time Pain Relief. Go to freepainoffer.com, buy $10 worth of Real-Time Pain Relief. Get a free $10 tube of Real-Time Pain Relief. Rub it on. The pain is gone in real time. And by DeborahSpears.com. Great weight loss tips and great jewelry on Deborah, Debra Spears.com. I'm Gary Digital Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. And always remember, keep supporting the best boxing in the world. The boxing along the Beltway. Thanks for listening. Take care.